Missouri Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Cross the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. So Missouri's offense will go on the attack first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go.
Turning it on. That's a fumble on the play. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Lost a throw on first down. Bust through behind his pad. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Church. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he'll race it to the house. Dropping back, it's Carr. He's got him in the flat. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Tyree. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Toss sweep to the right. Tough slanting in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit. Makes the grab, past the marker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Oh, and he finds his slot. fourth down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage.
Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll pull it on the read. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want...
Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Missouri wants to go fast.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before, you do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence and know when the snap is coming out, and you... It's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Still running at the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They ran it on first down, now on second. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll try the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Try to get it to the edge. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Buying some time. They're working that left side. Jumped on top of the pile.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires into the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown LSU. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
But they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. You think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys are like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So 1st down here as they go back to work. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. LSU quick to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense changing the play. Motion from the back. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Receiver on the move gets the touchdown. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Gets it out quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, BYU Bengals. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. How about that BYU Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears liking their pressure.
And that defensive line getting.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the puck.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Winston. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll run the option. Now the toss. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try the right side. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to do it on the ground. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. And he'll try to throw for it. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open. And his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Back to pass. Finds the tight end. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation.
He's going to fire deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Touchdown, Tigers! They'll move the tight end. Hand off from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers will hustle to the line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. Down stop. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
And trying to put points on the board. Sends it back in motion. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Carr. Going for it all. Makes the grab on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The snap sets up to throw. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The sack, and time has run out in the first half. They passed on a field goal attempt, and they'll get Sippo. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Fires to the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They turn to the passing game on third and short. On the run, still looking. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. A first down run in the red zone. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the... They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Gets Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Touchdown, Missouri! Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Finds his tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. LSU right back to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. So be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the grab. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's open on the right. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on.
Catches it, passes, sticks, and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tiger. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And they get the 3rd down stop. What a play by this defense. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll try the outside to the left. Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this ball. Quarterback making checks. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. LSU quick to the line. Looking for a man. It's Carr. It's complete to the left. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it on the move. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. UConn had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans in stores are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron, too, people. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got room on the return. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. To the air on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. With the catch, it's Winston. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Might be calling a hot route. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Extending the play. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we've played 3 quarters. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. Fires to the big fella. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Touchdown, LSU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
he's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Bringing the heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important. Get some push. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Under fire. Hit as he throws. This one's complete. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
To the air on second down. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Church. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Running to the left. Runs through the tackle. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. To throw, it's Gideon. Gets open down the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Pressure coming. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
Ample time in the pocket and lets it go to the left. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, and you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook. And you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Fires into the end zone. Into the house. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way. There he goes! Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the fullback. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Look out, he's got room. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Stands in and takes the hit. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. LSU getting set on first and 10. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Now the play fake. Rushes on him. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing. You're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on first and goal, but they can also drain the clock. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative.